Hello, hello, it's me again. I am back. Today it's time to continue our Soul Blazer playthrough that I started last week. So, let me switch over to that. The the we left off at the water area, and today we just got the bubble armor, so now we can actually survive underwater, which is great. Hi, Nicole. Because now we have a bubble around us. It is called the bubble armor after all. That's a lot of health on that enemy, but it also has basically no defense. And we've got seahorses. But since we are supposedly fighting demons, these are demonic seahorses. And we just made a passage. Wait, does this passage even do anything? I feel like this passage doesn't even do anything. Why is this there? I forgot about some of these silly things. And we've also got lots of beings that usually are honestly aquatic friends, because aquatic animals are great. But for some reason we have to fight them now. What are these called? Jellyfish, right. I blanked out on the English name of that animal for a second. Well, that actually does something. Still don't know what's up with that little passage there. That's still blocked off. But yeah, we'll continue saving mermaids, dolphins, some other fish, I think, and also statues. We'll be freeing statues. That passage is also still blocked, so that leaves only one way to go, I think. Gotta check everywhere. But yeah, later on I do plan to also play RPGs that I haven't played before. And we are already... Well, that's Salsherta. That one island that we went to at the very beginning, and now we can do that little last monster gate here that was still left. Also, that means we are back to the funky island music. It's still a jam. To me, at least. And we released a mermaid statue. I told you we'll be freeing statues. Elena hears a small voice. I will open the passage for you. Return to me. I'm glad you agree. So yeah, this is further introducing the concept of this connected dungeon series. Free the statues to free the paths under the sea. So it's already back here. Oh, I'm getting raided by Sophilogia. Thank you for the raid with 12 people, actually. Hi, Lubakendo. Hello, Sophie. We just freed the mermaid statue. In this game, we're basically the king of this world just traded every living being in existence for a gold coin per living being. And we are a servant of a deity now trying to free everyone again. That's the general plot of this game. Also, the statue just said that it'll open the passage for us so that we can continue doing that whole freeing part. We are in the third area of the game, which is entire underwater region. We are freeing mermaids, dolphins, fishes, all that kind of stuff. And this passage has been opened up, so now we can actually continue here. And yeah, all these yellow gates or whatnot are the actual monster gates with the monsters that we need to beat to free people. Yeah, it's an action RPG. All of Quinton's RPGs are action RPGs, and I do plan to play the other two action RPGs Quinton released on the SNES. Those two being Illusion of Gaia or Illusion of Time, depending on which region you grew up in. And Terranigma. Terranigma actually only released in the EU. It never got an American release, mainly probably because it was really late in the SNES's time frame. Like, I think the N64 was already out at that point. So yeah, Soul Blazer is actually the first one of those. Let's see, are there actually any other places we can go here before we go back on land? Yeah, there's another monster gate there. And we actually freed something. Let's see, what did we free? We released another mermaid. But yeah, it's a fun little game. I was saying earlier that I do plan to also play RPGs that I don't know, but the problem is I have played so many RPGs, so for now I'll have to settle with ones that I already know. Thanks for joining in for a second anyway, Lobo. Have a nice day. And we are being attacked by trees, fishes, and all kinds of stuff. The palm trees are evil, I'll tell you. I think I can't reach that fish, yeah. Or I can use a spell. Yeah, the Soul Blazer is actually pretty simple in its combat. And yeah, the island music is extremely catchy. It's one of my favorite themes in the game. Yes, Lily. Sophie just raided me. Also, hi, Lily. We are playing, like I said earlier on your stream, we are playing Soul Blazer now. It's a little action RPG. And draining another pond of water allows us to go down here, and that leads us to that enemy gate. Where we are getting attacked by birds. And we freed a fairy jewel. Those usually give us a little bonus EXP. Yeah, it's really nice. I am watching over the world. Here, take this. And there's that EXP, just 200 EXP. We can stay here for now though. But yeah. Currently looking for the rest of the enemy gates. More trees! And birds. What item do I currently have equipped? Shield bracelet, right. I should probably change to the herb pretty soon because I am taking a lot of damage here. I think that's all of the birds. And that's all of the trees. Oh, you know what? One of these is probably draining one of these lakes. That makes the fish quite harmless. Oh, thank you, Sophie. Really appreciate it. And we've got more of these stones. Also, the gems that I'm picking up, that's the MP system, you could say, of this game. We released another mermaid. Basically, the spells that we can cast from this little sword ball that's floating around us, those cost gems. The current one that I have equipped costs 8 gems per use. And is basically a 4-way bullet attack. I think it's called Arrow. Yeah, light arrow. And we've got some treasure chests. There we go. With some gems inside, and the other chest holds... Ooh, a medical herb. That's always an auto heal if you already have a medical herb, so that's really useful. Nice. Yes, beware the aim portal. Also beware stepping on the portal correctly. Heights aren't real. Sometimes you also just get easy setups like these. And yeah, I do believe we are actually draining every single little pond on this island. This is another portal of the evil stones. Yes, I did have the high ground. And more stones, I can already see them. Yes, even the stones are evil. Oh, 4 monster portals. Apes and trees. And we got a level up. Well, who saw that coming? The 2 ape portals opened the paths to the 3 portals. And we released an angelfish. I have the power to stop the magma rain. I will help you if you return to me. And we released another mermaid statue. That probably frees up another path. Elena hears a small voice. I will open the passage for you. Return to me. Yeah, that line sounds familiar. I am not familiar with the shore reef of Rockbird. What kind of place is that? And we found all monster lairs here. So, let's go back to the sea. I'll have to double check the location names, but yeah, it's possible that one of the islands was called Rockbird. Yeah, it's probably the one. If it's like the name of like a big sea area with a bunch of islands displayed, yeah, then that's where I am. I already forgot the name of the place where I am. I think because not a lot of NPCs actually tell you where you are. It's one of those games with where a lot of the info is also in instruction manuals and whatnot. Let me check that link in a second. I am extremely blind, yes. That was from my stream, I believe. Yeah, that's the island I was at. Right, and yeah, this is the seabed of St. Elds. Right, that's how you learn location names. Yeah, I currently have a sword that stuns enemies when they are invincible, so that makes fighting these a little bit more annoying if I hit them at the wrong point, wrong time, since this is otherwise the usual. Hit the enemy when they aren't hiding under their shell. You know what? To make this easier for now until I have a better weapon again, let's actually switch to the weaker weapon for these enemies. Because then if I screw up my timing, then I don't have to wait so long. I have to admit that I actually have never cooked a carbonara before, so I would probably, if I were to cook carbonara, look up a recipe and see if it mentions to use onions or not. And then probably experiment from there later on if I've eaten it a bunch of times. Sorry about that. Ah. To be perfectly honest, your no option was actually a Uno, so maybe people also didn't want to be overly negative, since that would imply, gosh, that's disgusting, what are you doing, or something like that, so it's possible that people who read your poll were assuming, well, maybe Sophie eats it with onions, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I could totally see that. Oh yeah, this NPC just heals us, that's nice. So yeah, I already took this chest earlier. Oh yeah, those were the teardrops that I need. The teardrops from a mermaid have the power to turn magma to stone. Use them at the top of the volcanic island. Yeah, earlier we were already told that the ice armor that otherwise protects us from fire damage does not protect us from the lava of the magma island here. Honestly, in this kind of game world, it would not surprise me. So that's actually quite possible. Let's also open the passage. Walk downward under the sea and go to the volcanic island, Durian. And another passage opened. But also in this game we only find one single mermaid tear, so it's also possible that it's one of those they cry really super rarely and it's a rare treasure kind of thing. Also here's that angelfish that we freed. Even though I don't look like it, I am from the sky just like you. Yeah, we also just see people from the sky who then join us to help us. In the first area we just gained the Soul of Magic that just allows us to cast spells. And in the second area we found a mole that also came from heaven or something. and they allowed us to see in the dark. Gosh. Now I'm imagining that too, and that sounds incredibly silly and also a little bit scary. I will protect you from the magma. Please try and protect all creatures. Let's work together so we may revive the world. The creature that enables you to avoid magma has joined you. This doesn't protect us from the magma on the ground, but on the volcanic island there's also rocks falling from the sky, and we do get protected from those. I am honestly not sure if this specific area is also underwater. Like, we can breathe here without the bubble armor, but also be free of all bunch of fish and mermaids, so this would have to be underwater, right? No? Maybe? Yeah, I guess it's some kind of aiding thing, so... But yeah, it's a little bit, don't think too hard about it, I think. It's one of those things. My name is Anna. I am one of the Queen's dancers. Yeah, there's 3 of those. But yeah, another cool thing about freeing things, we haven't seen that too much in this area, but we also just free the constructions of where people live in together with the people when we free them, so that's also great. Also, I should hydrate. Also, the inventor that more or less against his will built the machine with which the king of this world contacted Deshtoll, who did the whole demon trade all creatures for gold stuff. The inventor is called Leo and is very much based on Leonardo da Vinci. Quinte likes to do those famous people references as well. I mean, Terranigma literally plays on our Earth, so... But yeah, the first location that we freed was basically a little town. And the important NPC we rescued there is called Lisa, which would not surprise me if they were like, let's reference the Mona Lisa as well, even though in this game Lisa is actually Leo's daughter, so there's a difference there. We freed a dolphin, and freed a little bit of construction there as well. They are separate stories. You could maybe call them a spiritual trilogy, in that all 3 games have similar core themes to them. But other than that, they are not really connected. Like, there's like one character that appears in every one of them, but also that character is different each time, so some people like to theorize that it's an actual real trilogy, but I am more on the side of maybe spiritual trilogy, but really they just have similar themes and that's about it. I am watching over the world. Here, take this. How much experience points will we get this time? 250, I believe. So, let's go to Durian, the volcanic island. And yeah, like I said, this soul protects us from the rocks falling from the sky here. Because yes, this volcano is still erupting. And we released the dolphin, Lou. This is an important dolphin, it has a name. But also this dolphin was mentioned very early on in the game. Lisa had a dream, which we could also see through an item that we have. And Leo talked to Lisa in that dream and was like, remember and protect your friends. Torbo, the dog, which we freed in the second area. The dolphin, Lou. The snail, Noom, I think was the name. And the doll, Marie. Hey, somebody help me. Seems like Lou is kinda trapped. More birds. But yeah, I'll get to show off the dream rod again in this world because I believe there's always someone sleeping. Elena released a mermaid. Also, this is the only game of Quinted's RPGs where the name of your character doesn't matter, or rather you set that name yourself. The other two RPGs actually have set names. You could still change them, but it's more... there was more thought put into it. So in the other two RPGs, it would be more like if you, I don't know, rename Cecil in Final Fantasy IV. Whereas here it's more like if you rename Link. The quote-unquote canonical name of this character is just Blazer. Yes, it's just Blazer, because the game is called Soul Blazer. You are a Soul Blazer. Elena released a mermaid. Now the entire dance troupe is complete. Oops, that was the wrong button. Oh, we beat an enemy. But yeah, that's the dream rod. It allows us to look into other people's dreams. And here's the mermaid's tail. We need this in a bit, once we reach the actual peak. Yeah, let's actually already get rid of the stones, the living ones. Oh, I can't really reach that island right now. I'll probably open a passage to that island once I beat the birds or something. Yeah, all three of the RPGs are action RPGs. And while this game's action is extremely simple, you have this one sword strike, and you can also hold out your sword, that's about it. Which you can also use for strafing. The combat mechanics of the other two games are a bit more complex, but also the other two games also have really small menu time. You are also mostly in the action in them. They have a little bit, the other two games have a little bit more story conversations happening, but this one is mostly just you go around, beat stuff up, and sometimes go back to town to talk to the new people you released. Also, this game actually mostly uses the same sound effects as ActRaiser, if you've played that before, which was the first game that Quinted released on the SNES. Which, if you've never heard of ActRaiser, it's basically a combination of platformer and construction simulation. Like, first you do a little platformer action level to free another area of demonic influence, and then you help the actual people that are living there to build a society again. and it basically alternates between those two. And even ActRaiser thus has similar, all humans and beings have been annihilated, and now we rebuilt this world themes that this game has as well. And we opened the passage back to the start, and we can finally start climbing the mountain. We are still getting attacked by birds. Now we are no longer getting attacked by birds. These gorillas have a different color, which means we can't hurt them. We'll have to come back here later. That really does sound like a shame. I actually never played the Xenoblade games, so not the new ones either. Lou, I'm coming! This dolphin tries to save Lou. Yeah, we do actually have a Wii U at home, so I'm trying to remember. Xenoblade X might even be... My mom might even possess that game. But I actually don't know how to set up recording for the newer consoles. So, and then there's also oftentimes a language problem because I'm in Germany. The games that I own are thus also in German. Oh, Wii U is actually emulatable? I was always of the impression that all those newer consoles are really hard, if not impossible, to emulate. But yeah, well, I do have the Soul Blazer copy at home as well. It's in German, and old games don't have language modes, so that's why I actually kind of have to play this via emulator to be able to actually share how it is in English. Ouch, yeah, the magma really hurts. I think I'll change to the herb for a sec, which immediately revives us if we die. Yeah, I'll have to note that for later. But yeah, having an actual Wii U available means that I also got to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Which, like, even before it got the Switch re-release. And that was a really fun game. Also, it is time to use the Mermaid's Tear. Oh, it's automatically. I see, that's how it worked. Elena powered out the Mermaid's Tears. And now the volcano has stopped erupting. I pressed the wrong button again. How was Mario Party on 3DS? How was that? Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, some games were probably, like, the ones that mostly ignore touchscreen controls are probably really easy to play on emulators, whereas others that have a lot of touchscreen controls would probably be hard. Like, I cannot imagine at all playing The World Ends With You on emulator, for example. Oh yeah, also I had the weakest sword equipped the entire time. Wait, the remaining 2 layers. What other layer did I forget? Checking the island for the other monster layer I must have missed. I mean, I know there's the one with... Oh, unless the layer of the other gorillas drops another monster layer, which sometimes happens. I guess that could be a thing. Yeah, it's probably that then. So, let's actually use this shortcut here. I didn't free another statue, which is a little bit worrying, but I did free Lou. My name is Nana. I am one of the Queen's dancers. Thank you very much. 3 of my students came back. I was going to show you our dance. I think it would be more fun if you join us. I will show you the easiest dance. Just move like they do. So yeah. Thank you very much. Oh, that's the same text. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure if there's actually even anything for doing this. I think it's just a little thing that they added. Yeah. Oh well. Sometimes you can also just have fun. Servus is the name of my friend, the dolphin. Okay. Have you seen the Queen of the Mermaids? Okay, wait. This is a secret. The Queen looks like this. She always sits like this. She looks so mean. Yeah, I think that would make the most sense then. As an underground cave that's partially submerged. Especially because most of the creatures that we free are not actual fish, like dolphins are, after all, English term is mammals, I think? Like, they breathe actual air. Yeah, I can try that after this. And Lou has been freed. My name is Lou. I used to live with the inventor, Dr. Leo. The blue stone I received from him is a strange jewel. It attracts anyone who looks at it and then changes their personality. We can talk with everything. In the first area we talked with flowers. It's, I think, part of us being a celestial being. And the second area, we just freed all kinds of animals, like dogs, deers, birds, crocodiles, moles. Squirrels as well. If that person has a good mind, they will become a great person. If they have an evil mind, they will become a bad person. One day, the Queen found the jewel and took it. Then she placed me in prison. Please save the Queen and get the blue stone back. I know this ring will help. Please take it. And we received the Thunder Ring. Lou told me many things about the Queen. I don't think she was a bad person. She was just attracted to the jewel. So yeah, your typical artifact that corrupts you. How did you get here? Yeah, the other guard wouldn't have let us through. Stand on my nose. And that's how we get here. It's the Big Pearl. What does that actually do? A beautiful pearl that can be found in Coral Reef. That's probably a trade item then. Thunder Pyramid. If you touch a lightning pyramid, lightning will strike. Ah yes, that's needed on the next island. Which means I probably can already reach that island. I will give you the Magic Flare. Magic Flare is useful against monsters that fly and have a large amount of hit points. You know which monsters I am referring to, right? So use that against the birds. So yeah, power is collected while button is pressed. Oh yeah, I can't try weapons in these areas. Also, let's heal up and save. Also, let's try the empty spot next to the dancers. Nicole might be right. Where were the dancers again? Northaffair, weren't they? Yes. I mean, technically the reward was only supposed to be to show the dance and, hey, it would be more fun if you join. So it would still be reasonable to not have any other rewards there. But yeah, I don't think anything else is happening here. Yep, nothing else. But yeah, if I remember correctly, Quintet actually likes doing some silly fun things like these. Just have something there for flair. So, let's see what other paths I haven't gone to yet. So yeah, I basically charge this spell up. And then I release Big Explosion. Right, that's what the Critical Sword can do. Sometimes it just one-shot stuff, if you're lucky. So yeah, this is the path to the volcanic island. See if I missed any other pathways. No, that's still closed off. If I end up not having missed any pathways, then I have probably missed a sleeping NPC somewhere. Let's see, I believe this is mainly just the pathway to the Reef of Rockcliffe? What was it? Rockbird? Rockbird, wasn't it? Yeah, this island over here is Rockbird. that pathway is also still closed. So yeah, sorry about that. I probably missed an NPC somewhere. I think I never talked to this dolphin either. Or maybe I did, maybe last stream. But yeah, there used to be 4 mermaid statues in this place. Those statues prevented all creatures from getting lost. This used to be the Queen's Palace. Nothing here either. Luke can leave whenever he wishes, but he never comes out. Maybe he likes that place. Almost feels like lampshading if we can't put the NPC somewhere else. I heard that Dr. Leo was taken to the Magritte Castle. I wonder how he is. I really feel like I missed something, and that's a little bit awkward. Usually it's not really that... Like, this game isn't that hard, it's pretty linear. Well, actually, let me double check the volcanic island again. Because I did notice that there were 2 monster houses left when I thought there should only be 1 left. So it's possible that I actually indeed missed a monster lair, that monster house that frees the next statue. So let me double check over there. Sorry that I'm, I guess, a little bit lost. So let's see. I mean, we've got those guys, but we don't have the things that the Shandering reacts to, so we can't beat them here. The fishes aren't related to monster lairs. And yeah, then, oops. The magic doesn't do anything either. Oh! That would be the monster lair that I've missed. There we go. That's why we needed to clear the lava, because this would have been extremely hurtful. And there's a mermaid statue. There we go. Yes, you will open the way. Yeah, I already beat the enemies of that lair, so no spawns to notify me of a monster lair existing. So, time to open up the next passage. I already know that we'll need the Shandering on that island. I will open a passage for you. Travel up the seabed to reach the island of Rain, Blester. That's the right passage. So, time to go to the island of Rain, Blester. But first, more undersea area. And we released an angelfish. This angelfish is not moving, which probably means it's sleeping. Also, of course, the first angelfish is from heaven, eh? Since it's an angelfish and all that. New enemy, manta rays. Helena released a mermaid. And we also released the house where that mermaid was living in. That's what I meant with big constructions are released with the people as well. And we've got an entire stream here. Yes, shoutouts to Mermaids UK. It's a charity for trans children, I believe. I still remember the stream of the Donkey Kong 64 stream. H-Bomber Guy was it that did that, right? To collect a lot of money for them. That happened at the beginning of this year. And more experience points for us. This time 300 experience points. And there's the end of the stream. Not my stream, of course, but what else do you call this? Sea currents, that's the word I was looking for, I believe. That's how you get back. But right now we wanna go to the island Blester. And it is indeed raining. Time to show off what the Shandering does. I can just summon lightning. Oh, nice. And there's another mermaid. That's probably the other maid of the queen. And we released another angelfish. And that's the path forward. With the rain and therefore slightly different color palette, the living stones are a bit better hidden, at least for me. I say at least for me because I do have a red-green color blindness, so it's possible that what's hard to see for me is actually not hard to see for everyone. Also, there's that spell that I'm supposed to use against the birds. Okay, from which shore did the birds come from? Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't beat all stones yet. That means all the stones return now. I'm back to 1337 gems, by the way. Do I want that big one there? Okay, where's the last stone? Ah, there it is. Well, that would have made fighting the birds easier, I bet. But well, we had the magic as well. And another mermaid has been released. Ah, this one didn't recover some health for me. Sometimes saving things does recover health. Okay, I should be able to at least beat this fish. Getting the other one is gonna be a bit harder because of the soul timing. So, I bet that these stones are also gonna free up some of the stones here. And indeed they do. Also, now I'm level 13. Now there's another special thing with the lightning though. The lightning can actually defeat these enemies that I can't hurt with my blades yet. And that is very much required, because that's the last of the mermaid stages. which will also open the passage for us. And more birds. You know, using the sword still seems easier than trying to time the spell. The monuments on this island are lightning pyramids. If you bear the Thunder Ring and touch them, the Master will send down lightning to destroy the monsters. Actually, we got all the monster layers. That's actually a nice shortcut. So, let's actually use that. So, time to talk to all the new beings that we freed. Like this angelfish. The coral reef hides many dangerous monsters. Make sure to use magic there. The coral reef is home to the dolphins. The pearls made in the reef are their treasure. I wanna say one of the angelfish we freed is actually on this little island that the dolphin takes us to. I might misremember though, and I did indeed misremember. Oh well. And time to show off the Dream Rod. Elena touches the dolphin with the Dream Rod. I used to live here. I am trying to remember something, but I cannot. When I close my eyes, I see something like a ball, shiny and black. So yeah, I guess we do need that first. Can we actually change our... I mean, we can try it with the pearl that isn't black. That pearl! Yes, I was going to present that pearl. This is the coral reef. I have missed this place. That was indeed what was needed. That opens an important passage. So yeah, what we change in dreams actually changes in reality. That's another gameplay aspect of this game. And another way how we converse with people. And living beings, rather, I guess. Ah, there's the other angelfish. I am the best jumper. I'll show you. Behold the jump. Yup, yum. I saw the queen when I was dreaming. She looked very sad. It was somewhere near a sunken ship. Please save the queen. Hello, I have some medical herbs made from seaweed. Would you like one? Well, we still have medical herbs, so no need right now. But yeah, each world also has an NPC that gives you new medical herbs should you need them, so you don't have to worry about ever running out. And since this game only has one MP system and no real money, we just get them for free. I didn't know the world underwater looked different from the world above. This angelfish cannot jump as high as the other angelfish. And time to open the final passage. Go northwest along the seabed and you will find a ghost ship. Time for another save and the small heal of the little HP that I was missing. And I should also drink more water. Okay, good night, Sophie-Logia. Glad you could join me. And I will indeed enjoy the rest of my stream. And yeah, have a nice sleep. Time to head to the final area. Yeah, that's what they meant with use magic here, because your enemies have the advantage, have the movement advantage. And we received a power bracelet. Oops. Similar to the shield bracelet, if we equip this item, our attack power doubles. And we released another dolphin. Time to continue on this. Actually, let's... and we can just go back to the other path. Should this... yeah, this actually leads to the ship. Ah, that opens a portal back to... I guess heaven. But first, let's check out the rest of this area. And we released another angelfish. This leads to a small cave in the real world. This is a passage that we just opened up in the dream. Lots of treasure chests. with another medical herb, an empty chest, 80 gems, and another of the 8 emblems that lets us use magic for free. The emblem D has the mouse symbol on it. The emblem C, which we found in the second area of the game, has the Venus symbol on it. And we actually got all monster deaths here. This actually makes me wonder. So let's check out that last angelfish that we just freed. If you travel the coral reef, you will find the passage to a small creek. I know of one other dream. Does this actually happen when I climbed the ship itself? It might. We'll see. No. There we go. That's probably the dream that I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. So, this is actually that ghost ship we'll be going to. You can hear the conversation of a father and son. Daddy, how many days have passed since the ship sank? I am too hungry and cannot travel any farther. Are we going to die? Servus, my son. Some people believe that human life does not end at death. Remember that this dolphin is called Servus. They believe that they will be born into a new life. Lives, they feel, are everlasting. So yeah, and that's one of those central themes that you find in all 3 of Quintet's RPGs, the idea of reincarnation being a thing. Oh, I hear some voices. Maybe the master is calling me. Someone is calling me. What is that? I just put 1 gem in a treasure chest. I hope someone will find it. And this is a really cute thing, because at this point in the game, 1 gem is kinda worthless. We get way more from enemies, but that chest with 1 gem does indeed exist. We'll indeed find it on that ship, so that's a really cute thing. I like that a lot. So like, while it's mechanically worthless, they still did a small storytelling thing here. So yeah, that's the chest with 1 gem. Also, I think I'll actually go for the defense bracelet. And here's the actual boss. Oops. I forgot re-equipping the other thing. And yeah, we do lose all gems if we die, but magic isn't that important in this game, so that's ultimately not that bad of a setback. There are no other penalties. This time I'm gonna change to the herbs for a little bit. Yeah, they do. The boss itself as well. The idea is to basically retreat once you've dealt your blows. And there we go. Second try. Woohoo! So yeah, it was a little bit of me also being greedy and wanting to finish this quickly, I guess. And we released the Queen. Now we have the optimistic music again. A beautiful voice came from inside the palace. I am the Mermaid Queen. I know not who you are, but thank you for releasing me. Please return to the palace. Thank you very much. I can hardly believe that she is really back. I am glad you came back. I have heard about you from Lou. You are the one who saved me. Everything started when I saw the jewel that Lou had. One glance at the blue stone caused desire and hatred to overwhelm me. Right after that, the creatures disappeared and the monsters took over. Maybe because we let bad feelings dominate us, we created the monsters ourselves. I will give you the blue stone. Please travel to other regions and release all creatures. So yeah, there's also the small idea of maybe it's bad emotions that cause monsters. And yeah, most of the other NPCs just still say the same thing. Might be interesting to check if Lou has something else to say now. Oh, also if Servus is still sleeping. I always have the same dream. Isn't that strange? No, still just that Dr. Leo was taken to Magret Castle. So, now that we are done with the depths of St. Elds, let us go to the next area. And yeah, all the islands are actually visible here. Rockbird to the right, Salsherta to the south there, Durian on the left, on the bottom left there, Leicester, the island where it always rains, and the ghost ship. Time to go to the mountain. Time to save. It's an underground place. So far with not many places to go to. So all we can do is go out of the cave, up the mountain. With the new music as well. I feel like Mera would not like seeing this part. Considering we have to beat rats and mouses. Mice. And we released a girl. Also, it is time for me to hydrate again. I've been talking a lot. And continuing on. Also, while I'm fighting normal monsters, I might as well equip the power bracelet instead. Also, experience points have pretty much doubled again. With every enemy giving a lot, like 65. It seems like I can't bait the other enemies to come down. We'll get to them. It's the fearsome Yeti. Edna released Grandpa. Bee! And 40 gems, building up our magic stock again. And skeleton reindeers. Who cannot be hurt while their head is not on their body. No, it is not. Oh, that's just a shortcut. And there's another level up. And we released a mushroom. Why another passage like this if there's already the stairs? Sometimes the shortcuts don't make a lot of sense. Well, that is true, the slide is faster. The snowball can only be defeated, I guess, by having it crash against a stone. There's another one. I believe that's the end of the line for those enemies. Or rather, for this line of monster holds. Also, you're short, but there's more monsters. And we released another snail, with a snail rider as well. So yeah, the beings that we free here are more like gnomes or dwarves or something like that. We released another grandpa. Alright, the snowballs are back. There's another one. Four treasure chests. 50 gems. A medical herb. Nothing. And magic armor. I always press the wrong button. Cuts the necessary gems in half. And we released another boy. Or the first boy? Well, the snail rider is also a boy, I think, but So, after we've climbed the mountain, it's time to enter the mountain again. Now it's cave time. And a girl has been released. Even in the mountain, snowballs. Ice physics, but it's Pokemon sliding ice physics, so these ones aren't too bad. Also, I feel like I might be a little bit right. So we can't really go. Oh yeah, there we go. Found the way up. That's all 3 of those portals done. Another boy has been released. Hooray! I am back! I am back! Thank you very much. I will give you these mushroom shoes if you return to me. You will be able to walk on ice. And yeah, I believe we do actually need those boots to proceed, yeah, because we can't really go anywhere from there. I am watching the world. Here, take this. Would you like to return to the location of the Mountain of Souls? We do. And apparently those experience points actually gave us a level up. This is where the Mountain of Souls exists. It is quite warm inside the mountain. My, it is rare to see someone new. Please come into my room. Please, sit right in front of me. I have so many questions about human beings. Would you like to discuss them with me? So now we can imagine us having a big conversation with him. My wife was able to use magic at one time. We were really happy just gazing at each other. But I may get old soon. Maybe I should search for someone new. I will give you my mushroom shoes. There is snail goo on the bottom of these shoes. If you wear these, you will not slip on the ice. Yeah, right, about that couple, I guess, or not quite couple, I'm not entirely sure. You will still slip on the slopes, though. And we've got the mushroom shoes. We will need those, as one could have guessed. We are snail jockeys. This snail is called Legend. These creatures grow very fast. They become adults within half a year, get married, have children, and pass away in a year. They never feel their lives are too short. They enjoy each moment. So yeah, the idea of it's all a question of perspective. Though it's oftentimes usually explored the other way around with beings that live way longer than humans, but it's nice to see it explored this way around as well, with their lifespan is just way shorter. And now with the mushroom shoes we can actually continue further. And still get attacked by snowballs. And yeah, now we don't slip. Eh? Okay, that's a little bit weird. Unless I have to get close, it might be one of those portals, but still... Ah, there we go, yep. Okay, that's the actual monster portal of the, oh, down there. There's the monster portal of the reindeers. And there's the grandma. Or one of them, but the one belonging to that grandpa, probably. Also really interesting that the translator of this game chose to translate it as grandpa and grandma, even though in English it would have probably been more fitting to say old woman or old man. Because in English it usually isn't that common that we refer to old people as grandparents, but I know Japanese does that. It's time for the slimes. It's another snail jockey. And there's the third snail jockey. Yup. It's slime time. No, we won't be grinding slimes for 300 years here. And another mushroom has been released. So, which path shall we go down first? From left to right, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Okay, let's go with 2. It was a dead end. So we can use the slope to catch up to the bats. Slope isn't even necessary. Well, now Slope 2 is actually connected. And we released a girl. It's the return of Slime Time. Again, connecting the paths. You can also just use magic. Well, we'll get to those mages sooner than later. As we have only one path left now. And we released a snail. That's probably the snail that the snail goo is on our mushroom shoes. Another mushroom has been released, but this one's in an isolated chamber. There we go, that's the booby-trapped ice crystals out of the bay. And our one-shot worked again. And more bats to fight. Magic really is easier with these. It's another grandpa. And let's see, what do we have down here? More bats. And slimes over there, but we don't care about those right now. Let's just get all of the bats here first. That seems to be it. Time to fire away. Oh look, invisible path. Oops. Elena released Grandpa. Time to actually beat the slimes. Ah, another shortcut home. We'll probably return to that one soon. But first, more mages. That's our entry point towards the bats, but also we've got some mages to fight in here as well. Oh, that was a giant room that we just opened up. Sometimes I get surprised by those rooms. And those bats we beat early on in this place releases the snail of this grandpa. It's also a really nice choice that they chose, that the developers chose to have snails, very slow beings, as the main animal that these beings with very short lives like to have. And the next weapon allows us to get gems more often. Yes, snails are cute. Oh, this is a different kind of mage. Probably has to meet a spell. But I'm beating the mage too fast. Yeah, this is technically a red closed mage. And another grandpa has been released. Well, that looks like a jail. I believe the rest of this place is not quite accessible yet. So, time to return to the overworld. I'm going to win this race. We are waiting for the race to start. All the jockeys are here and the racetrack is finally finished. We are going to start the race. Why don't you come along? On your mark? Well, everyone's on the mark. Okay, are you ready? Get, set, go! And it is indeed a snail race. A snail race where you immediately see who is going to win, even, because the marks are not quite laid out in a fair way. Though you can actually change who wins by talking to the racers, because that is going to stop them. How do you like my mushroom shoes? My people make clothing and shoes from mushrooms. Weak, weak. This snail always wants me to walk with it. Where shall we go today? Let me finish watching the snail race first. The funniest part is that they actually return to their marks and then repeat the path, so they get even further apart as the race continues. Also, I don't think there's an end to it. I think they just run endless laps now. But yeah, it is quite silly. Let's go. Now, this one's actually a bit more interesting if I remember correctly. Unless he just circles the pond, in which case it wasn't more interesting, but yeah, I think he just circles. This is our vehicle. Yeah, that was actually all. Okay. But yeah, it's cute. Also, the... I thought we could. Maybe I misremembered. It's also possible that that appears later. Because there is, I believe this is the one where there's going to be a secret passage to reach that mushroom. But yeah. Make sure you search Lanoil very carefully. That's, I believe, the cave area we were at. If you move too fast, you may overlook things. Yeah, the snail friends are cute. There's a prison over there. Well, there are no actual bad people. I guess it is just a punishment room. There is a sword called Lucky Blade somewhere in Lynor. It is said that monsters will leave larger gems. Well, we already found that sword. I do like that they do also say, well, there aren't necessarily bad people, so it's more akin to a like it removes some of the edge that a prison usually has. That's what I'm trying to say here. Ah, the grandpa is sleeping. Can you believe this old man used to be a child just half a year ago? Time is very important. This passage leads to the underground lake, Lune. Lune? So, we have someone sleeping? Let's look into their dreams. I will not leave you and go off to other places, I promise. As proof of my promise, I buried my belongings in the Aurora Ridge. The magic armor, 50 gems, and 1 medical herb. And that's what we already found. But yeah, that's those treasure chests that we just found. That's the buried treasure. I hope someone will find them. So again, one of those really cute things. Yeah, they Quintet puts a lot of emphasis on the small details as well, even in the first of the RPGs. It's another reason why it almost feels pseudo indie to me, or like the closest to indie companies that you could maybe have back in the 90s. The sad thing also is Quintet is bankrupt these days. They disbanded 15 to 20 years ago. They don't exist anymore since a very long time. Yeah. So I want to say, I would have to do more research on that, but I want to say that at least some of the developers, if not, like, are now at other companies. Okay, is there another hidden bridge here? Yes, there is. That's basically what is meant with, don't move too fast, you might miss things. Maybe I should let one of these red mages cast their spell once so that we've seen what it is. Yeah, it's a fire spell. Yep, we're fire. Another unfortunate thing about Quintet being bankrupt is that the rights for these games are actually, I think, in limbo. It's a big question of who even has the rights to these games these days. Like, if the rights went to the publisher, then which was Enix, at least in the States, then the rights would of course be with Square Enix by now, but I'm not sure how laws work with that. We received a rotator. Ah, that's another magic. A light ring will rotate around you. While the 1 gem cost looks small, this is indeed a hold button and just have the thing, and it spends gems really fast. But it is probably a pretty decent spell. Also, we've got all monster lairs here. In the ice field of Lynol. And we have reached the passage to Lune, the underground lake. Edina released a boy. And continuing here. That gets rid of the waterfall, which hit an enemy there. Also, I'm getting attacked by this stationary something. And we released the snail. No. That's one of those important NPCs. And more slimes. Who doesn't love slimes? Which opens up more stairs. And some more mages. That removes this waterfall. Which means we can pass here now. Yeah, we've got more bats. And our reward is another one of these gems here. 400 experience points. Oh, we already got all monster layers as well. Let me still go back a little bit. I'm not entirely sure if I've really seen every dead end. There's always the possibility of, well, yeah, I've been at every dead end. Now I'm sure. So, continuing on downwards. Because I think that guy up there is not reachable without magic. So let me arrow him there, down. And we've got more mages. Woohoo! More slimes! And a mushroom has been released. This mushroom is not moving. I believe this mushroom is sleeping. We gotta see more dreams. So let's see what the bats say to this one. Slimes have already been beaten, but I want to beat all the mages too. There we go. Both are just more passages. Oh hey, now. More red mages. Another monster portal. There we go. And we actually free something or someone. A grandma. Woohoo! And let's continue onward. More bats. Oh. Oh, we get all of them again. Well then let's just explode them. All here? Good. Ah, that's another portal back. Nice. Time to beat more mages. We should be mostly done with this area now. Not that much more to go. And we get to deal with one more set of mages. And it's another set of slimes. Where we released another grandma. Time to return to over here for one more time. Let's see, we rescued more people at the jail. No, we can't talk to those two yet. Though we can look into the dream of this mushroom. This is my hometown. The mountain winds carried my spores and now we live there. Make sure you don't walk around in a dream or you will get lost. So, let's go to the other NPCs. Please save the king! Please save the king! How did I reach that one? Oh honey, I can still use magic. Look! Ah, there we go. I'll tell you a secret. If you see a sleeping mushroom, return to the same place you saw in its dream. You see? What great magic. That's how I got there. That was cute. So, time for another save, and then it's already time for the next boss. First, let's check the place that we saw on the mushroom stream, which is somewhere around here. There we go. That opened a path to this monster portal. Still some bats left. Also, if this rescues another NPC, I will talk to said NPC first as well. Ah, I think that's the one that I remembered. The other thing. What I talked about with the secret passage earlier. But we just opened the secret passage. Ta-da! How did you get in? Here, I will give you this. And we received the Master's Emblem E. I sadly don't remember all of my planetary symbols. It's been too long that I watched Sailor Moon. But this should be another planet. So if any of you still remembers the transformation sequences of all the Sailor soldiers, you could tell me which planet that is. I don't think it's the planet 4 though. Well, actually, my PC is barely strong enough that I can do a quick image search. Looking at it, I believe this is Jupiter. Yep, it's a little bit simplified, but I believe that's supposed to be the symbol of the planet Jupiter. So, time to fight another boss. So let's see, do I remember how to fight this boss? You can basically attack him after he's done the projectile attack. Also, I think using the stab trick for this one is better. Maybe. Ouch. Yeah, I think attacking him when he's attacking from the sides is the best plan. And just dodge all the things while he's in the center. That seems to be the safest bet. And we are already down to the actual health bar of the boss. Oops. I think I'll change to the medical herb anyway for safety. Because I should be able to otherwise beat this. But I might run out of my first hit points bar. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That was our medical herb. Back to the shield bracelet. Not too much more hits. Probably like 2 or 3 more passes. Actually only 2, I believe. One hit point left. And that's it. And we have saved the king. King, are you okay? So, time to return there. I am a magician. If you collect the Master's 3 symbols, I will call the Phoenix. I am a magician. Oh, do you say the same thing even? You saved me? Thank you very much. I treated the snail, Gnome, very poorly. I would not trust all of the things Gnome was saying. He told me monsters would invade our town. I put him in prison. See, Gnome, I believe you will find what you are looking for. By the way, have you heard of the Phoenix? Whoever collects the Master's 3 symbols, the Red Hot Mirror, the Red Hot Ball, and the Red Hot Stick, which seems almost like a reference to Japan's Sri Regalia, now that I see these terms, shall have the Phoenix help them. That person will inherit the strongest power. If you collect them and all bring them to me, then we will get that power. Because I had that enunciation a bit wrong there. And prison is abolished. Woohoo! There's a house in the desert to the south east. Mechanical monsters that cannot be defeated by normal swords exist there. That's the next place we'll go to, actually. My name is Gnome. I used to live in Dr. Leo's house. Dr. Leo was asked by King Magritte, to build a machine that would call upon evil. Because he refused, he was taken to Magritte Castle. He secretly gave us 4 stones and told us to run away. Those stones are keys to the world of evil. The other stones are in Dr. Leo's laboratory and in the castle of Magritte. Here, take this silver stone and hurry to the laboratory where Dr. Leo was held. So we'll take a quick look of the overworld there, but this is a good place to end the stream otherwise. to the laboratory in the desert. Nice little house. This is Dr. Leo's laboratory. There are machines lurking around here which only the powerful Zantetsu sword can defeat. And yes, we are currently talking to the door. First of all, talk to a certain door to get you into the room. Now we currently can't really go that far yet. Ah, and that's already the next place we'll go to. So, that was a sneak peek of Dr. Leo's house and laboratory. We will continue there next time. Because for now it is time to end the stream. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. It was another fun stream. Hope you enjoyed me too. And I will catch you next time.